Hello and welcome to this video. We're going to see what I got from Eldritch farming, and we're also going to look at how the build is and everything, and check out the withering invitation and the screaming, and whether I'm going to do a decent amount of damage. I have crafted myself a 6 link, so I am going to change it out, except this is the gear I use for the actual farming, so I kept it on. Now we have a look. We have a scarab purely only farming technique with some harvest. Now if you want to do scarab, you just hover over that and take all the scarabs. It's pretty easy. If we have a look at 2, it's the Eldritch. Now we didn't take down here this pack size, the ups and downs and all that. Maps to be duplicated. So we didn't take that because it's pretty much just pack size, and pack size doesn't necessarily matter unless you get the altars that actually matter. And most altars were offering jeweler orbs, chromes, fusings. So yeah, no good altars pretty much in the 10 maps. And I ran a beast one just so it's completely separate if you ran Eldritch whilst doing something completely unrelated to get like a balanced data. So let's have a look at the results. And we're going to use Wealthy Exile as a thing. I'll let you decide which one is actually the Eldritch currency. So we'll start here. This is actually the beast. What beast I caught is not important because at most I earn 5C off the beasts I caught, and that's if I can sell them. A very good bubblegum currency. Some essences and all that. A couple of div cards that you can use. 20C Scarab, 10 Chaos, some uniques, and we sustained our maps. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we didn't. Unless I missed one. Yeah, we sustained. So yeah. From 10 maps we sustained, and we weren't trying to map sustain, and we got the sustain out of it. This one is Eldritch. This is actually the Eldritch. We got 10 greater, 16 greater actually, and not much bubblegum currency, a lot of maps, and a lot of uniques. And the Scarab, this came off a Merc, so you can discount that if you want. Got this ring off a Merc as well. You can sell it for between 20 and 50 depending on who wants it at what time. Probably 20 to 40 is more like it, just for the triple res. And other sort of things that people might buy, I kept. Very little chaos we got from the scarabs, but we did find a divine, a Valdos. That's only a full set we got, but chromes at the moment are 10 for 1. So that's at least a chaos. Another 20 chaos scarab, the Exalt. Uniques, good variety of them. Maps we did sustain. Oils, everything else, bubblegum currency, a very good selection of everything. Now we have a look at Wealthy Exile. This is this one. We got 7.1. If we minus the 3 div, we still got 4.1 div from running the Scarab only with the Eldritch modifier on our maps. The Eldritch one with the Eldritch modifier, we got 1.8. and most of that in maps, and you're probably not going to be able to sell the maps unless they're the right kinds. So it was kind of bad. And the beasts, we got 2 div, half in maps, half in currency. So it all depends on how much you can actually sell the everything for. But yeah, as you can see, running Eldritch versus running something completely different with the Eldritch modifier, you're pretty much getting the same result. Whereas running the Scarabs, you get a better result, in my opinion. And pretty much Eldritch currency, you're looking for that divine or anything like that drop. And if you don't get that, then it's pretty awful. Now, as far as this build, PoE claims we do, if we bring it over, I'm out of the way. Okay, I've been using Freezing Pulse as well. I got a comment saying that it's better for clearing in maps and use Ice Spear for the bosses, and I have been, and it has been. We put that on. We do 4.9 with, and that's good for clearing. We swap it over to this. We apparently do 27. I'll get to why apparently. I've got 6 curses and arcane. That's pretty much what we can sustain permanently using the totems. Now, we have greater multiple projectiles, but it recommends running greater volley to do more damage. And we also dropped the elemental crit damage for elemental focus because it recommended that for more damage as well. So if we take off the Ele focus 26.2, we do 711% crit multi. With that on, we go down to 573% crit multi. So I'm not sure whether it's counting in the fact that we're critting 100% of the time, because in the config, have you crit? Yes. So it goes down because we have something that if you crit, the next one's unlucky, and then the lucky, But we crit all the time, so it's as if we have crit. So can't really add in anything that I can see that actually makes it yes or no we're critting. So I assume it's counting in the crit damage with everything. So we can add that's on top as a 6 link, but we're probably going to run what's that? Ice Spear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to run added cold with 20%. Apparently give us around 34.6 million. We go config. If we hit the arcane cloak just before a boss or something, possibly we end up with almost 40 mil. If we can manage to get up to about 9 curses, we'll hit the 40 mil. We can, it will just take a lot of mana because we need to spawn our totems over and over again to make them die. So we take our body armor off, put multi-totem on, Ice Spear, Hypothermia, Greater Multiple, and we'll run Ele Focus. Now, gems, we do have, nope, kept it down here. We do have this. If this is not enough to take out this guy, which it would want to be, the only thing that we should have to worry about with that guy is us surviving, because we do not have chaos resistance or anything, we have a good chance of... So he does more damage, no extra life, so it should be a good test. So we should be able to go in here, drop everything, and see him really melt. So we go... Come on. Okay, if he's gonna just go immunity phase.
A feast on muscle and bone.
I wasn't able to actually move. I was gonna like come in and like jump out, try to make him like come out of his little thing.
Feast. But
Really? Absolutely nothing worth picking up. So yeah, once we got past that initial damage reduction, we seemed like we could actually do some things. Increase crit chance, crit multi. This we got a good chance of dying a few times, just because our defenses are terrible. Now, I have come up with a thing that will cut our damage in half, but give us 75% block and 75% spell block. I'm not sure whether it's worth doing that. Hello? Come on. No. Come on. No. Yeah. That's the phase I expected us to die at. We need to be... Nope. Come on, don't do another doom. Alright. So we melted that guy. 25C apparently. And a 1C and a 1C unique. Not that bad. Oh, a 2C and a 1C. So yeah, our damage is good. We cut that in half. We obviously don't melt the boss. But, like, is it worth cutting our damage in half to get the spell block and the fizz block? Because we can do it, except for that is the downside. We will lose our ability. I don't have that, do I? No. We'll lose our ability to do at least 50% of our damage. So let me know what you think, whether it's worth it or not. Cutting our damage down to like 15, 20 mil at the top end. And then having the spell block and the fizz block, will that actually increase our survivability to the point where it's worth it? Or should we just keep damage and be content on constantly dying? Because we run into harder and harder content. That content can do more damage than we can take. And obviously we then lose XP. So it's a sort of uphill battle in that sense. But I'm probably next going to try change up the beast tree for ritual. I'm not a huge ritual fan, so I'm necessarily looking forward to it, but it's apparently a very good way to earn currency. So we need to take all the ritual nodes, which look like here, obviously. Um, no, that's ultimatum. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, we need to take off the beast stuff and try to get as much of this stuff as possible. Take out some of the scarab things, maybe. Obviously, take off the no rituals. And yeah, see what that does, because that's meant to be a very good currency earning farm. So, I'll catch you next time and let me know what you think, and goodbye.